Coming up on Network Africa, Nigeria's Minister of Health announces National Association of Nigerian Nurses call off their 7-day strike. Former President of Democratic Republic of Congo, Joseph Kabila, faces trial on treason and war crime charges. Plus, a Nairobi High Court judge denies bail to police officers charged with blogger Albert Ojwang's murder. Hello and welcome to the program today. I'm Layo Olarinde. We begin here in Nigeria, where the Minister of Health, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, has announced the suspension of the warning strike embarked upon by the National Association of Nigerian Nurses. Addressing journalists after a closed-door meeting in Abuja, Professor Pate revealed that the industrial action was called off following productive deliberations and agreements reached with the leadership of the association. The strike, which commenced nationwide on July 30, 2025, had disrupted services in hospitals as members of the nurses' unions withdrew from duty. Professor Pate reiterated the government's commitment to addressing the concerns that have been raised by the nurses, assuring that efforts are ongoing to build a more sustainable and responsive healthcare system for the benefit of all Nigerians. We're in the Democratic Republic of Congo now, where the High Military Court has held a second hearing in the trial against former President Joseph Kabila in Kinshasa. Well, he's being charged with participation in institutional restraint by ensuring communications for insurgents, treason by maintaining intelligence with a foreign power in Rwanda or with agents of the AFC M23 terrorist movement, and he's also being charged with participation in war crimes. By way of evidence, the prosecution offered two separate speeches given by the former president, in which he stated that M23 embodies the aspirations of the Congolese citizens and backs the overthrow of incumbent President Felix Tshisekedi. The former DRC president himself did not appear at the court session, boycotting the trial. He is yet to appoint a lawyer. After leaving office to President Tshisekedi in 2019, Kabila became a senator for life. The trial comes after he was stripped of his parliamentarian immunity in May. In Kenya, the Nairobi High Court judge has denied bail to 6 individuals, including 3 police officers charged with the murder of blogger Albert Ojwang, ordering them to stay in custody until September 26, 2025. At the Kibera courtroom, lawyers for the accused argued for their release on bail at the hearing, but the court proceedings was disrupted when an activist, Muteti Mulinge, shouted demands for the arrest of a senior officer, Eliud Lagat, accusing the oversight body IPOA of shielding him. Well, he was quickly escorted out by court officials. Well, among the accused are former Nairobi Central Police Station OCS Samson Talam and the police constable James Mukwana. According to reports, the prosecution had warned that releasing the accused could lead to witness interference and evidence tampering.
The defense team, that is the people who are before yourselves today, were able to interrogate that probation report, and we were able to establish a few things. One, that the only disconnect of the probation office and the right of the accused persons to being granted bail was the views of the victim. Throughout the probation reports that was applied to us today, the community ties of the accused persons were all positive. The characters antecedents of the accused were also in good order, and the general character of the accused persons through that probation report or those probation reports were also captured to be positive. Therefore, we were able to make submissions today to balance the rights, as it is our duty and that of the courts, to balance the rights of the accused persons and those of the victims. Therefore, we are positive that indeed the High Court at Kibera will arrive at a just conclusion and give us a ruling on the said date, which is the 26th of September.
The defense is satisfied that our clans will get justice from this area, and let it be very clear, the 6 accused people are innocent, and they'll defend themselves, and they'll prove that they are not the killers of the deceased person in this matter. And we are very definite that after trial, they'll be walking out of this court as acquitted citizens, and they'll go back to do their work. The allegation against the police, the general allegation called the Blue Code, that police officers cannot be released on bail. We've raised that question to the court. Are we demonizing disciplined officers? Are we demonizing a profession called disciplined officers?
Well, still in Kenya, a storm is brewing over the latest proposals to control the sale and consumption of alcohol, including raising the minimum drinking age from 18 to 21. The sweeping proposed rules was unveiled on Wednesday, and it includes a ban on purchasing alcohol in supermarkets, restaurants, and on public transport. The online sale and home delivery of alcoholic drinks, as well as celebrity endorsements, will also be outlawed. The authorities have defended the planned measures as necessary to address substance abuse, especially among the youth. But many Kenyans, including those in the alcohol industry, have criticized this proposal as misguided and potentially destructive to the economy. The plans were unveiled by the National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse, NACADA, in what was seen as one of the most aggressive anti-alcohol policies the country has seen. The agency estimated in 2022 that 1 in every 20 Kenyans aged between 15 and 65 were addicted to alcohol. Well, joining us now for more on this is Kenyan journalist Cyrus Ombati in Nairobi. Hello, Cyrus. Thank you for speaking to us on Network Africa.
Thank you for having me the show.
Well, firstly, what has been the public reaction to these sweeping new proposals, especially the plan of raising the drinking age from 18 to 21?
Well, most people are actually rubbishing the proposal because, as you have put it very clearly, in Kenya, an adult is regarded to be 18 and above. So how will you be able to implement that somebody must come with an ID in a shop for you to be able to sell him or her alcohol to show that somebody is 21? No, that's not possible, because everyone knows that whenever you reach 18 years, you are allowed to do whatever you want to do. So that proposal, I don't think is tenable, is workable to implement as such. And it's so there's actually attracted so much backlash from all those concerned parties, including the alcohol brewers, even the sellers, even the managers of these bars and the restaurants which actually sell the alcohol, which is targeted.
This is about tackling substance abuse among the youth. How serious is the alcoholic addiction problem in Kenya right now?
Well, it's an issue, it's a challenge, which is we cannot say that it's only been targeting Kenya, but it's an issue which everyone has been concerned about. But it has been the issue targeting or rather affecting the so-called illicit group, which is actually brewed in villages or in kind of informal settlements. Those are the main issues which are affecting Kenya. It's a major problem, of course, yeah. But then when you look at the major issue about the formal brew, which you can say that everyone or the well-being people usually take, it's not much concern, because these are willing buyers who come to your bar or any restaurant to buy. Well, the government has given out data to show that there is a major issue which is affecting Kenya, but no one is buying that idea.
the backlash you've mentioned, is there any indication perhaps these proposals could be amended, before becoming a law?
Yeah, because they're supposed to end in Parliament after the public is actually put their input. They end up in Parliament. And that is Parliament. You see, most of these, or some of these members of Parliament also run these restaurants. They have shares in these breweries. So we believe that most of these proposals will be shot down at some level, and then it will be the whole thing will be watered down. It's a wait and see now because the so-called public participation is ongoing.
Thank you so much, Kenyan journalist Cyrus Obati. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you.
Well, our next story is on Sudan. The Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs says it is alarmed by the rising toll of hunger, disease and displacement in various parts of the country. UN Deputy Spokesperson Farhan Haq briefed reporters on the situation in Sudan, especially in the Darfur region.
Turning to Sudan, the Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs says it's alarmed by the rising toll of hunger, disease, and displacement in various parts of the country. In East Darfur State, local sources report that the Lagawa displacement site, hosting over 7,000 people, is facing severe food shortages. Doctors there warn that the ongoing conflict continues to block aid delivery, leaving vulnerable families without access to food or healthcare. In the besieged city of El Fasher, the state capital of North Darfur, local sources report that people are dying from hunger and malnutrition. Community-run kitchens have shut down due to a lack of food stocks, and some residents have reportedly resorted to consuming animal feed. In the locality of Tawila in North Darfur, our humanitarian partners have scaled up their response to cholera. Our partners have expanded treatment care center capacities, but needs remain acute. Medical supplies are running low, and it is critical that clean water supplies, the construction of latrines, and awareness campaigns be urgently ramped up. Meanwhile, our partners report that in North Kordofan State, heavy rains displaced around 550 people and damaged or destroyed over 170 homes in the locality of Rahad on Monday. In the eastern Sudan state of Kassala, torrential rains have devastated the Garb al-Matar site for displaced families, affecting more than 6,000 people. Many tents were flooded, leaving children exposed to cold, hunger, and unsanitary conditions.
Well, President Donald Trump has announced South African products exported to the U.S. will now face a 30% tariff from this August. South Africa faces the highest rate in sub-Saharan Africa, reflecting Mr. Trump's strained relationship with the government of President Cyril Ramaphosa, while other African nations, including Nigeria, Ghana, Lesotho, and Zimbabwe, have been hit with a 15% tariff, which will also come into effect in 7 days. The decision is a huge blow to South Africa, as the U.S. is its second biggest trading partner across the whole continent, including North Africa. Exports from Algeria and Libya will also incur a 30% tariff at the U.S. border. Well, let's take a break now on Network Africa. Still to come. Dozens of girls graduate from the Digital and Technical Skills Training Program of the Girls Education and Skills Partnership. That's on our Africa Tech segment. Please join us again. Welcome back to the program. The U.S. Consulate General in Lagos has officially launched the Adejumobi Adegbite Fellowship for Young Journalists, a year-long initiative aimed at empowering early career journalists with the tools, ethics, and mentorship to strengthen public interest journalism in Nigeria. Speaking at the launch in Lagos, the U.S. Consul General Rick Stewart describes the fellowship as a significant investment in the future of journalism and also a tribute to the life and legacy of Adejumobi Adegbite, who was a former U.S. Consulate information specialist and journalist who passed away in the year 2023. Mr. Stewart praised the late Adigbite's career, which spanned prominent roles at the British High Commission, ECOWAS, the Gates Foundation, USAID projects, and ultimately the American Consulate in Lagos, where he served from 2021 until his death. The fellowship is a collaborative effort between the Consulate and the Foundation for Investigative Journalism. Welcome to our Africa Tech segment. In a move to bridge the gender gap in technology and empower the next generation of female innovators, 200 girls have graduated from a digital and technical skills training program under the Girls Education and Skills Partnership. The initiative by Yaba Tech, UNICEF and UKAID is equipping adolescent girls and young women with globally relevant skills and startup toolkits to help them on their path to financial independence.
These are 200 young girls, some joined by their proud parents to celebrate the completion of their training under the Girls Education and Skills Partnership Program. After months of intensive digital and technical training, these girls are now stepping into a future of financial independence, equipped with globally relevant technical skills and entrepreneurial tools.
As we stand on the shoulders of our achievements, we are reminded that skill without opportunity is only half the journey. Today marks a powerful moment of transition from learning to doing, from aspiration to action. These young girls have not only completed their training in record time, but have also demonstrated commitment. They have demonstrated growth, and they have demonstrated resilience.
The program, a collaboration between Yaba College of Technology, UNICEF, and UKAID, trained the participants across 4 key areas: web and mobile application development, GSM and mobile phone repair, and computer hardware maintenance.
The female labor force participation rate is as low as 52.2%, and 18.9% of female youths are not employed, are not in employment, education, or training. The consequence is significant. Uneducated, unskilled, and unemployed youths are significantly less likely to nurture well-being, and healthy and prosperous families are more likely to engage in risky behaviors, thereby entrenching the cycle of poverty and deprivation.
This initiative that we are doing, we want to use partnership to transform the lives, particularly that of our young girls and women, who historically have been underrepresented in the areas of technical education and entrepreneurial development. Many people look at girls or young women as people who should be somewhere else, not in tech. We have proven them wrong.
Each girl present received a National Skills Qualification Level 2 certificate alongside a fully equipped startup toolkit, practical resources to help them launch their careers or start small businesses immediately.
I'm very happy that I did not just see the training, but I'm also able to work with it and end with it.
The GESP initiative targets girls and young women between the ages of 13 to 24, helping to bridge the gender skills gap by providing employable and future-facing skills.
Well, we now join the First Lady of Lagos State, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, who has expressed a heartfelt appreciation to the Christian body for their steadfast prayers and unwavering spiritual support for Lagos State. Well, she made this comment at the 5th edition of the Lagos Praise. She says the support from the religious body has contributed to the growth, peace and development of Lagos State and must be strengthened for the benefit of all citizens.
The Blue Roof Agidingbi Ikeja is the venue for the 2025 Lagos Praise, a powerful atmosphere of thanksgiving, heartfelt worship and passionate praise. Different groups from the 5 divisions of the state join artist Adeyinka Alasheyori to sing soul-stirring worship songs. Residents of Lagos are not left out as they dance to the live performance of a veteran musician, Chief Ebenezer Obey.
We worship you, O Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
The State Special Advisor on Christian Matters commends the Office of the First Lady for sustaining the Lagos Praise initiative.
Dr. Mrs. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, I say a heartfelt thank you for making this 55th edition of Lagos Praise a glorious success. Your Excellency, thank you for your vision and continued leadership in battling this platform of praise and unity.
Next comes a word of prayer, which is set for President Bola Tinubu, the Lagos State Governor, and his deputy, and the state at large.
Lagos State forward ever, backward never, in the name of Jesus Christ. And we pray for our leader in Nigeria, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It shall be well with you. It shall be well with the First Lady, Mama Oluremi Tinubu. It shall be well with you. It shall be well with their children. It shall be well with their children. For all of you that have come today, the source of your joy will never cease.
The Secretary to the State Government, Mrs. Abimbola Salu-Hudeyi, who reads the governor's speech, reaffirms government's commitment to fostering peace and unity in Lagos State.
As a government, we recognize the vital role of spiritual fortitude in nation building. Our commitment to Lagos Praise reflects our belief that development must be holistic, physical, social, economic, and spiritual.
And the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, describes the Christian concert as a symbol of trust in God as he provides daily guidance in the affairs of Lagos.
The theme for this year's edition of Lagos Praise is Freedom Through Praise. This is taken from Acts 16, 25-26. This passage recounts the miraculous release of Paul and Silas from prison, demonstrating the transformative power of prayer and praise. As Psalm 22 verse 3 declares, God inhabits the praises of his people. With this assurance, we are confident that our God is here with us, and he will continue to do wonders in our lives, individually and collectively as a state. It is my fervent prayer that after today's Lagos Praise, Lagos State and our nation, Nigeria, will continue to experience the peace of God that surpasses all understanding.
The annual interdenominational Christian concert, hosted by the First Family of Lagos, has consistently paved the way for the current administration in the direction of Lagos State's governance, and government says it will be sustained to bring about divine intervention for the people of Lagos State.
And as we end the program today, here's our interesting fact about Africa. Did you know that Africa is the second largest continent in the world, covering more than 11.7 million square miles? And that is about 20% of the Earth's total land area. Well, if you didn't know, now you know. That's it on the program for today and for the week. Thank you for watching. I'm Layo Olarinde. Have a lovely weekend.